The iPhone SE4 has also leaked, or I guess there's a lot of rumors and speculation about it. And there are quite a few changes, quite a large update, especially in terms of the SE line. So it should be the SE4, and I guess disclaimer, it should be coming out in the spring of 2025, so not this year, but it should be coming out around March, April of next year. And they're apparently going to use the same rear design, the same chassis as the upcoming iPhone 16s. So if you haven't seen leaks of those, maybe we'll include that. But it's going to be a vertical camera layout, dual cameras for the first time on the SE phone, which would be, fairly big deal for them. It will get a camera boost also up to a 48 megapixel main camera, which is the same as the current 15, which would be pretty big upgrade. It will have a USB-C port thanks to the European Union. So I guess all iPhones from now on, from the 15 onwards, have USB-C. It's apparently going to have Face ID, which is also another first for the SE. So it's essentially going to be an iPhone 15, slightly different camera layout on the back, Face ID, which means no more home button, full screen design according to Apple. Like they're still going to have the notch in the front. There are some rumors and speculation that say it's going to get the dynamic island, but there's no way that's going to happen. I do not see that happening at all. Them bringing the dynamic island to the SE. Like, it's not like it's the biggest technological advance, but it's not like it's that much of a game changer. But I still think they're going to keep that back to separate it from the base iPhone lineup. It's also going to be getting an OLED display, and it will cost below $500. So probably $499. If we look at prices right now, the current iPhone 15 costs $799. So assuming that there isn't a price upgrade for the iPhone 16 will start at $799, and then the iPhone SE4 will come out at $500, so like a whole $300 cheaper. If all of these changes come true, if it still costs $500, I 100% think that would be the best selling phone of the year. Although there's definitely going to be some sort of, I guess, limitations or some things that they pull back from the main iPhone lineup, like the dynamic island. I imagine they're not going to use the newest chip. I mean, they have been segmented, and so the Pro phones get the newest chip, the base phones get the chip from last year's Pros, but I still think they'll be even a year behind the base 16. I don't see them putting the same chip in the SE4 that they put in the iPhone 16. But I also, that 48 megapixel sensor on the main camera is also, that'd be pretty big improvement for the SE4 too. And its dual camera, I don't know, it seems like this phone is too good to be true from all the leaks and everything that's coming out. But what have you seen of these leaks? Do you like the changes? Do you like the fact that they're finally moving on from the iPhone 7 design, and they're going to their what they call all screen design? What are your thoughts on it being $500? Do you think that's actually going to happen, or do you think they're going to bump up the price for the SE also? if yeah, what the things that I named, if those are actually what the product is and it's $500, then yeah, I would recommend it to people, especially if it has whatever chip the base iPhone 16 has. I don't think it's gonna have that, because that would almost like shoot the 16 in the foot. I think it's gonna have whatever chip the 15 has right now, like the base iPhone 15. But even then, I still think for $500, like, that is a very good deal from Apple. Now, yes, we're not comparing really to the CMF phone or even like the Samsung. What are they, like 52s now, 51s? We're not comparing it to Android mid-range phones or budget phones, but compared to what you can get from Apple, like you said, they're currently selling their phone for $1,000. If you could get essentially the same phone as this year for half of that price a year later, that's definitely a recommendation from me. I guess my question to you, right, if we're talking about them doing something slightly fun, if they do change the camera layout, not once again, just making the cameras vertical isn't that huge of a change. They're not really changing anything, but that's what iPhone does. One year they're vertical, one year they're diagonal, one year they're diagonal the other direction, they're back to vertical, and it's like, oh, it's a brand new iPhone. Like everyone gets all excited about it. But let's say they do give it that new vertical design. They do a little bit of different tooling. Like the iPhones have typically been aluminum with glass backs. What if they do all aluminum back, or what if they do a plastic back, right? And then you get fun colors on the back of it, and it's still $500. Is that something you'd be more interested in? So it's like the design is slightly different, the materials are different, helping to bring the price down a bit. Is that something you could get behind recommending, or is it still, I don't know, like what would you want to see from Apple in order to recommend this to people?
If you've made it this far and you enjoy the video, please hit subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.